Getting started today with a shop and pay order for some Valentine's Day chocolates, which is fitting because it is Valentine's Day. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And I want to talk about love today. We got love in the air. Welcome to WELTE every 7th. Episodes coming out the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th of every month. Here's my thing with Valentine's Day, because unfortunately, it's been so marketed. It's so commercial. It's materialistic now, okay? It's not as romantic. And the marketing behind it has been pointed directly at infatuation, not love. We've got a culture that has no idea how to define love. They're completely off on what love is. Let me make my first delivery. So this idea that love is total acceptance no matter what, affirming things that we know are dangerous for people. Loving someone means you only have positive interactions with them. It's always a good time. There's no criticism exchanged between two people so that they can better one another. You know, it's always just easy. Love is easy. Let me tell you guys, love's not supposed to be easy. Nothing really worth having is easy. The art of tough love has been completely rejected. Now that's on a day-to-day basis. That's every day in this culture. Today on Valentine's Day, you see a lot of the form of lustful love. I observe a lot of people treating Valentine's Day as an exchange. It's very much, you be my Valentine, I'll be yours. Here's something for you, and here's something in return. Love, in fact, should be selfless. It should be almost unspoken. I shouldn't even have to be affirmed with being told that I'm loved. It should be obvious. See, love is so misunderstood, and it ends up being cyclical. Because if you don't know when you're receiving love, you certainly don't know how to give it out to people. Here we go for DoorDash number 2. Another 6 1/4 order. It's been a while since I got a hidden tip on one of these things. I would like a hidden tip. How about this sequence of 5 verses in 1 Corinthians chapter 13? Verse 4, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. Okay, there's a lot there, just in the first verse. Verse 5, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Verse 8 starts with love never fails. Before I dig into that, let me make my second delivery, and then I've got immediately my next pickup, my first Uber Eats of the shift. There was no hidden tip on that one either. Has DoorDash stopped doing that with the 6 1/4 orders? Have you guys noticed that? I swear it's like I'm not getting hidden tips on those anymore like I used to. Anyway, digging into what I just read from the Bible, that definition of love, it's probably the most historically accepted global understanding of what love is in the history of the world. What I find interesting is that the first 2 characteristics of love are about what it is, and then the next 8 comments on love are about what it isn't. Think about that. We don't have to dig too deep into the content of the text. Just notice on a practical level, the Bible is sitting here telling me off the top, it's easier to identify what love isn't than what it is. It's easier to know when you aren't showing love than when you are. That's our starting point, my friends. We can start loving one another as a society, or just on an individual basis, one relationship at a time. We can start doing that by first understanding what we're doing that isn't loving. That's the first step. You hear that a lot among people who are having problems with something or among systems that aren't working. The first step is identifying that you're coming up short. You have to understand from the beginning that you have something to fix. You have something to get better at before you're going to figure out how to get better at it. We got to understand that we're failing at loving one another. Envious, boastful, prideful, dishonoring, self-seeking, easily angered, keeping record of wrong, delighting in evil. I mean, my goodness. I see that everywhere in our culture. I've got to go pick up this McDonald's. Here we go. Anyway, that's kind of the point. Identifying the fact that what we see advertised as love in our culture is actually the exact opposite described in the Bible. Look at all the people who think they have it figured out, and they're out shaming everybody and, you know, talking about how they have it right, and this is what they want to see done socially. They seem to get easily angered, don't they? If someone is obviously easily angered, be really careful about listening to what it is they're preaching. How about proud? Having pride, being prideful. Pride is a word that's been completely turned on its head. It's described in other places in the Bible as one of the deadly sins. Pride is just not good, no matter what we're talking about. And the fact that pride is now synonymous with a love movement, I'm just sorry, it can't be. By definition, it can't be. So this Valentine's Day, instead of going out and looking for, oh, who's going to be my Valentine? Who am I going to go love? How about we examine what we're going to abandon? Whether that's a relationship with one individual in your life, or if it's a devotion to an entire life ideology that we need to reconsider. That's what had been put on my heart for today's WELTE Every 7th. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This one might be shorter than some of the last few, but I think I've said what I need to say. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I will see you next time on WELTE.